Hello YouTubers, I'm Parvez and this is our fifth video in PyQt5 Graphical User Interface Application Development. In the previous video we have learned about the basic concepts of signal and slots in PyQt5. Before learning more UI components in PyQt5, before this we need to learn about layout management in PyQt5. So when you're going to develop an application, you need to control your UI components. So for controlling your UI components you need layouts. Fortunately we have different layouts in PyQt5. For example, we have a HBox layout, that is horizontal box layout. We have a VBox layout, that is vertical layout, and we have a grid layout that we can control our UI components in row and columns. Particularly in this video we are going to create an example of HBox and VBox layout. So now let's get started. And I will copy some codes from this previous videos because I don't want to repeat the code. Now in here I've created a new Python file, and let me just first copy these all because I will need, and I want to just change this to Q dialog because I need a Q dialog. Okay, now after this I'm going to create a class window, so it inherits from the Q dialog, and okay, now let me create a constructor. So init and super dot init. Okay, now after this I need for example title and the geometry for my window, and I want to copy this all because I have already covered these, and if you don't know about these you can watch the previous videos. So let me just copy and paste it in here. You can see I have title, change the title to layout management. I have width, I am going to make it 400 and the height 100. Also I have an icon, and I have set these in here. After this in here let me just okay, now let me just show this no, I don't want to show. Okay, now this is our main window. After this let me create a method in here, diff init window, and I'm going to copy these and paste it in here. So it will be a clean code like this, and I call my init window in here self dot init window. Also I need to make it self dot title, self dot left, self dot top, self dot width, self dot height, and self dot icon name. Okay, now in here let me just make this correct. Self dot title, self dot icon name, self dot left, self dot top, self dot width, and self dot height. Okay, after this we have created our init window, and let me just show this. Self dot show, and in here if underscore underscore name underscore underscore main. I want to create a Q application object sys.argv, and I want to create a window object window, and also sys.exit app.execute. Okay, now let me run it. I should see a window. Okay, now you can see I have a window. After this, let me create another method in here, def create layout. Okay, now in here the first thing I want to create a group box. Let me first import the group box in here. I don't need this import. Also, I think I don't need this. I will need push button. Okay, now in here a Q group box, also a QHBox and QVBox layout like this. Okay, now in my this create layout method, I'm going to create a group box, self dot, I call it group box, Q group box, and the text I want to give it what is your favorite for example sport, like this. Okay, and after this let me create a HBox layout. QHBox layout, and now I want to create some buttons because I want to add my do's buttons in my HBox layout. So for the buttons, I have already covered buttons, so I don't want to I'm going to just copy from this section and paste it in here. I don't want this, and I think I want this import from Qt core import Qrect from Qt from PyQt5 dot Qt core import Qrect. Okay, now also I need Qt core from PyQt5 import Qt core. Okay, after this, so this is my first push button. I call it button, there's no problem, you can call whatever you want. I want to just change this to football, and I have some icons. I changed the icon to the football.png, and I think the other is correct. Okay, this is my first button. Let me copy this. Also let me add my this HBox layout to the HBox. So first let me self button dot add widget. Oh, sorry. HBox layout dot add widget, and I want to add my button. Okay, also button dot set minimum height. I think it should be height to 40. Now I'm going to copy this because I need two more. This is button 1 and this should be cricket. This geometry, and I think I don't need to do geometry because I'm using layout, so I want to remove the geometry, and in here also I want to remove the geometry like this. The icon size is correct, and let me just change these. Button 1, button 1, button 1, HBox button 1, and also change this to cricket.png. okay, this is the second button. The third one, let me just copy this, and this is my third button. Button 3, button 3, button 3, and I want to add a button 3. This is tennis, and the icon name is tennis.png. I think this is good now. And now I want to set my HBox layout to the group box. So self.groupbox.set layout to the HBox layout. Okay. Now we have created our create layout. Now in the init window, okay, in here first I need to call my create layout. So self.create layout. After calling this, I need to create a VBox layout. VBox QVBox layout. And in the VBox I want to add my group box. VBox.add widget self.groupbox, and at the end I want to set the layout of my window. Self.set layout, and I want to set the VBox layout. Okay, now this is my complete code, and you can see, hopefully I don't get any error, and I want to run my application, and I expect yeah, you can see now we have a nice window. We have 3 buttons with nice icons, and we have a nice layout management. You can see you can make it bigger like this, and you can make it smaller like this. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, suggestions, please let me know, and for the further videos don't forget subscription of my channel.